When I was about 21 or 22, over those 2 or 3 summers, I lost about 100 of my friends. I often wonder, would I see the age of 25? But after I got older, I realized that wasn't normal, and I didn't want my children to be growing up just hoping to make it to 25, because obviously there's life after 25. My life, if you want to look at it, has been impacted by gun violence because I grew up on the west side of Chicago in the Austin area. The Austin area is predominantly African American, and it's probably the most violent community in Chicago. It has the most homicides numerically, most crime, most violence. So I grew up with conditions that I was exposed to a lot of trauma. I was involved in gangs growing up. I ended up doing 16 years, 3 months in prison for conspiracy to distribute a controlled substance. That means I knew about some things that was going on in our community like everybody, and I ended up being charged for it and ended up doing 16 years in prison. But during the 16 years in prison, I had this epiphany. I realized that I wanted to do something to combat what was going on in my community. One thing I noticed when I came home from prison, even though it was a deconstruction of the gangs, the violence in particular neighborhoods still existed. And some of the reasons is because socioeconomic factors, poverty, systemic racism, and also a disinvestment and a lack of resources. What it made me want to do is not only advocate for people in my community, but also educate them on different manners of solving conflict. So when I came home, I joined an organization called Ceasefire, but also I went back to school. I ended up graduating with my bachelor's degree, my master's degree, and I'm in the process of finishing my dissertation for my PhD in criminology, law, and justice study. It gives me an opportunity to be a beacon of light or hope for individuals in the community. My goal is not only to help create a counter narrative in Austin, but to change the social norms where we no longer think killing is acceptable. As a country, we need investment. We need a comprehensive approach to trauma, because there's no way you can oppress a particular group of people for centuries and then just give them a job and think the job is the answer. So I think it has to be a holistic approach. I think we have to treat the trauma that African Americans and Latinos have endured over the last 100 years, not just mental health, but also we need a pathway to employment. We need pathways to a future. It just can't be minimum wage jobs, because you just creating a working class out of all the African Americans, and I don't think that's fair. I think we should have the opportunity to aspire to be whatever we desire to be, just like any other nationality or ethnicity in America.